Hey everyone, I am back at the quietest place in town, the abandoned car wash. Only place I can make a video where there isn't a ton of people just everywhere. Anyway, so it's getting to be fall time here in Michigan, and our good weather, like this beautiful sunny day, they're going to be short. Yeah, they're talking snow like within the next 3 weeks. So that's sort of why we're going to do this video today. I want to talk about my plans for this car, the health update of this car, kind of what's going on with this car. So those that are new to the channel, this is a 2014 Dodge Charger SE Fleet model. I've finally figured that part out. It's a Fleet edition. It's not quite a cop car, it's not quite not a cop car. It's somewhere in between cop and taxi. So, it was owned by the Canadian government. I know I've said that 100 times, so just filling in people that are watching this for the first time. So, let's go over what I've done to this car. At least this year, I've done actually quite a lot of work to this car over the past almost 2 years that I've owned it. But this year, anyway, we've done spark plugs, new plugs, and new boots. It's just, so we did that. Brand new tires, brand new brakes, high performance brakes. I want to upgrade this car to the BR9 brakes, the police brakes, and put slightly bigger wheels on it, but we'll get there. I think that's it this year, other than like just basic maintenance and oil changes. I don't remember doing, as far as basic stuff goes, I think that's it. So it's been a pretty good car. I haven't really had to do too much to it. We had to put a plug in this tire because I ran over a nail somewhere. So let's see, what have I done? We tinted the taillights. That was something we did this year. I actually need to go over that a little bit more with like some sand. It's like 2000 grit and then clear it better because, I don't know, it looks sticky to the touch for some reason. But that's about that. We put this decals on. I got rid of that K9 decal I had on here. And anyway, so my future plans for the car. I would like to park it for the winter. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm still waiting on this stimulus check that may or may not appear. They seem to be dragging their feet on that, but I'm not here to talk politics, so we'll leave that as it is, I guess. So this car is a 3.6 liter Pentastar V6. It's roughly making 305 horsepower at the crank. And these cars are rated 292 horsepower. I think they have a baseline of 255 at the wheels. That's completely stock. This car is not completely stock. It's mostly stock, but not completely stock. I have a true dual exhaust system on here with a Flowmaster 40s and a Resonator Delete. And the Spectre cold air intake on this car, which, you know, is what it is. I'm trying to build this car up on a budget because some of the go-fast parts for this car, I feel like they're really outrageously priced. So what I've elected to do. So first of all, before I even get into that, let's, sorry, my brain's like clustered today. I've been having some like acid reflux issues. Doctor's working on that, and I got some other stuff I've been doing, and anyway, I digress. So, mods, as far as mods go, first thing we gotta do, we gotta fix this transmission. This car, the transmission works pretty good, but I noticed every once in a while it shifts funky. And it gets stuck. It acts like it gets stuck in gear. Like I live in a hilly town, It's basically a bowl. So you got to go uphill or downhill no matter where you're going. And feels like it gets stuck in gear like a stick shift would. You know how when you would you'd ride the pedal a little bit, and a stick shift would kind of almost like a jake brake situation. So that's got to be fixed. And this car has 160,000 miles on it, so probably never had the fluid changed out. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we will drop the pan, and I'm going to replace the I have to replace the conductor plate anyways, because the conductor plate plug flew out on me a couple weeks ago, and I had to put it back in there because that stupid little screw that holds in there got broke by somebody, I don't know who, before I even owned the car, and it had leaked once before on me about a year ago, and I took it to a mechanic, and he basically said it was fine and sent me on my way. So what I'm going to do is replace all that. The valve body and everything, I'm just going to replace it. You can get one from Mopar for $500 or $600. New fluid, new filter. I'm probably not going to completely flush the system out, but I am going to just do like a spill and fill. My car does have I know most of these, well, all of these, minus mine and maybe a few others, have no dipstick. But mine has a dipstick. I got this aftermarket B&M shifter, dipstick, B&M shifter. B&M dipstick from B&M Transmissions, and it's a dipstick. So I can actually check the level of my, and I also have one of those Dorman dipstick tools in the trunk of the car that I bought before I had that. As far as other mods go, well, other basic maintenance, this car needs struts yesterday. This one's leaking fairly bad. So I'm just going to put new struts and new shocks on the back, call it good. I may upgrade to a police spec shock and strut assembly. I want to, like I said, I want to get the bigger brakes for it at some point. I want to put the BR9 brakes on it. These are really nice. But I'd like to bump this up to the police spec brakes. The rotors are like 1 inch bigger, and both, so it's like 13.7 to 14 point something or another. I can't remember the exact spec for the fronts, and then bumps these up to a 13 inch from like a 12 inch rotor on the back. So I'd like to do that. Also, the caliper would be a dual piston on the police spec, so that'll be real nice. And that's it for the brakes and the suspension. The transmission's gonna get fixed. No, not necessarily overhauled. This engine, I am going to try to do this on a bit of a budget, because I don't want to spend a ton of money on just some little add-ons that I don't really feel like do that much. So the lower intake, I'm buying a lower intake for like a 2018 and up Chrysler Pacifica. They're supposed to be ported out better. We're doing that. I got an upper intake given to me for free, so I'm going to use that, and we're going to port match that to the bottom, and I'm also going to port match it to the throttle body, which is going to be, I'm looking at a Fastman 80 millimeter throttle body. It's kind of the one I'm looking at. As far as coils go, I think the coils are going to be XLs. I found the XL coils cheaper than the Rip coils, and yeah, I'm an old school guy, so I'm going to go with the XLs over the Rip, just because they're cheaper. I mean, let's get down to it. I'm broke. I got 3 kids to feed. So we got to do all this on a budget. So all that's going to get done. And I also think I'm going to try to do some electronics, and an idea of a 93 octane tune. So just get a Diablo can tune. I want to put a taser on this car just for the sport mode, and the light show I think would just be kind of cool to show my friends. And also I'm going to get, it's like a pedal commander, but it's called a pedal box. It's a little bit cheaper. Actually, there's one called a 9 Drive on eBay I'm kind of thinking about. It's like it's like half the price of a pedal commander, but it's it's an eBay unit, so I've been doing research on it. I found a guy on YouTube that had one, and he did a 7th month review, and he said he didn't have any issues with it, so I might go with that one just because it's cheaper. Because those throttle response boxes, they basically all do the same thing. So that's my ideas there. That's what I want to do to this car. A little bit to the engine, gotta fix up the transmission, fix up the suspension. As far as this year goes, only 2 more mods are going to happen. I am going to buy a badge for the trunk lid, and I'm going to put it right here. But in Canada, the Pontiac G5 is called the Pontiac Pursuit, and the Pursuit badge looks exactly like a Charger badge. So I'm going to buy one of those and put it right there. Because the car is not a Pursuit model, but it is. It's hard to explain. Because it was government owned. They used it for something. It has the certified dash in it. It has bigger sway bars on the front and rear. It has a tow package on it, which I took the tow hitch off of it when I bought it and sold it to a guy, but the wiring is still in the trunk for it. If I wanted to get another tow hitch, it would be no big deal. So it is a fleet model. So I'm going to put the Pursuit badge on the back. And I want to get new puddle lights. I originally found some puddle lights with the Punisher skull, because this car's theme is sort of this thin blue line Punisher. And because these puddle lights, they're cool, but they're plain. I don't know if you can even see them. They don't really light up during the day. But I don't even see them on. Oh, there they are. It's right there. But they sell them for... They sell a direct replacement that says Dodge Charger, and it has the 2 little lines. And those are about $40. So it would basically be like that, but say Charger instead of Dodge on the ground. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm going to get those puddle lights, and I'm going to get that Pursuit badge. That's going to be it for this year on this car. And then next year we'll start doing the mechanical mods. And I got to fix this stupid thing still. It's still popped out. In fact, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So got to pull this little rip cord here. Hold on, guys. I got to put you down a second. Okay. So you pull on that ripcord back there to open this thing up. And basically what's happening is... it's like, I think somebody pried into it to try to get into it, because if I have it flush to the body of the car, I have to use that ripcord. But as you can see, there's a huge gap. So when I hit the button, it opens. But if I push it flush, like it's supposed to be, nothing. So weird. So I have to fix that still. I haven't done it because I keep forgetting about it, to be quite honest with you. Well, this is being troublesome for some reason. Oh, it's because I'm stupid and putting it in upside down. Alright. But alright, guys. That's pretty much the update of this car. I just wanted to kind of share what we were thinking, well, what I was thinking. You know, and if I get a winter beater, this will be a lot easier to do because I won't be driving it as much. I would like to stop driving it for a little bit just to kind of keep some of the miles off of it, even though it's got umpteen miles on it. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. I know it's a long one, but I really wanted to go over this car. I think that's it. As far as the interior, I'm not going to do anything else to it. I'm just going to keep it the way it is, except for I might get some Punisher seat covers maybe, but that'll be it. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to y'all later.